There's many ways to predict the outcome of sports games. Some people use puppies, other people use, I don't know, like a ping pong ball, like you're playing beer pong or something. What we're going to do is use the greatest game ever made in the history of mankind, NBA 2K23, to determine who is going to win the NBA championship, who's going to advance in each round. And we have everything starting with the play-in tournament. You got the Miami Heat at the Atlanta Hawks, Toronto Raptors at the Chicago Bulls, and in the West Coast, we have the LA Lakers at the Minnesota Timberwolves, nope, vice versa, and the Oklahoma City Thunder at the New Orleans Pelicans. If you don't know how the play-in tournament works, the 7-8 seeding determines who is the 7 seed, and then this game determines whoever is the loser of this 7-8 game, and that determines who is the 8 seed. So the first game on the docket is going to be the Miami Heat at the Atlanta Hawks. Both teams having disappointing years, all things being equal. For the Heat, it's because Kyle Lowry has been a huge disappointment, and they didn't make any moves in the offseason. So you got Jimmy Butler, who's going to do what he does. You got Bam Adebayo, who does what he does. Tyler Hero, the only reliable scorer on the team. And then you have disappointment. Kyle Lowry stealing $30 million a year. Victor Oladipo, inconsistent. Kevin Love is old. And then you got, undrafted guys, Max Strus, Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent, Omer Yurtseven, who's not even playing, I don't think, Duncan Robinson. As for the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young has had a serviceable year. There was some spurts of him playing good, some spurts of him playing defense, but it's been a Trae Young year. DeJounte Murray came over after all those draft picks, and he's also been minorly disappointing. It's not that he's been like Rudy Gobert bad, but he came in to take some of the responsibility off Trae Young's ball handling, and he's done that. But he's not been consistent. His scoring hasn't been great. His on-ball defense hasn't been great. DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, Capella, Onyeka Okongwu, blah, blah, blah. Both the teams been disappointing, to say the least. But we will hop into Simcast and see how these two teams play. We got the Miami Heat being the home team, and they are getting completely blown out right now by the Atlanta Hawks. And that's not good for a Heat squad who doesn't know how to score in bunches. Unless Tyler Hero drops 30 points a night for you, this Heat squad struggles to find any offense whatsoever, and it looks like they're going to fall really easily to this Atlanta Hawks squad, 116-98. Disappointing game for the Heat. Jimmy was good, 26, 6, and 7. Kyle Lowry gave you 19, which is good for him. Bam Adebayo gave you 14 and 8. Tyler Hero, not much, 20 points or 10 points in 21 minutes. Gabe Vincent 10. Yeah, they need Tyler Hero. It's as simple as that. If Tyler Hero goes off, Jimmy will do what he does, Bam will do what he does, and they have a chance. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. As for the Hawks, DeJounte Murray was their highest scorer, 25, 4, 2, 2, and 3 turnovers. Trae Young, 23 and 17. Sadiq Bey gave you 17. John Collins gave you 13. Clint Capella gave you 13. Blowout for the Atlanta Hawks. So they advanced to become the 7 seed, and 2K is broken. So currently Milwaukee is now the 7 seed in the Western Conference, and Atlanta is the 6 seed. Well, this screen will fix itself out. Don't worry. I've run this before, but 2K is such a freaking broken game that the next game on the list is going to be the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. And they're a story of two franchises. First off, we need to make sure that Rudy Gobert doesn't play. So can I give him like a 1-day injury here? Because he's suspended. There you go. Suspension, 1 day, he is out. So we look at the team now. And they don't have Naz Reid out with injury. Are you kidding me? Naz Reid is gone. Oh, 2K. Lonzo Ball has a sore right knee. He's day-to-day. What is this roster? Steven Adams, sore right knee. He's day-to-day. These people are out for this season. Oh, my God. The Timberwolves got a pretty decimated squad, but Karl Anthony Towns is healthy. Anthony Edwards is healthy. Mike Conley is healthy. That's pretty rare, and the rest of their team is fine. Okay, so we look at this now, and the teams are going to be D'Angelo Russell playing his old team versus Mike Conley, who he got replaced by. I know the overalls are opposite, but I think Mike Conley is a more better facilitator, while D'Lo is a better scorer. Austin Reeves versus Anthony Edwards will be a really fun matchup. Taurean Prince versus LeBron James. Jared Vanderbilt versus Kyle Anderson. And Karl Anthony Towns versus Anthony Davis. Battle of the former #1 overall picks out of Kentucky. Hopping into Simcast here for the first elimination. Nah, not really elimination. The first play-in game, though, of the Western Conference. And the LA Lakers have a huge lead here. Not huge. 10, 15, almost 20 points now. The Minnesota Timberwolves jumped out to that first quarter lead. And the Lakers, wow, look at that third quarter. 38-23. The Lakers are saying, we are not even going to give you a chance. Lakers are dominating, and that's probably what's going to happen because there's so many players that are out for the Timberwolves. You can never count out Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns, but holy crap, 145-97 domination. LeBron, 49 13-9. He said, we are not messing around in this play. And Anthony Davis gave you a solid 29 and 17. D'Lo gave you 19. Dennis Schroeder gave you 14. The rest of the team was okay. As for the Timberwolves, really embarrassing game. Anthony Edwards only gave you 17 and 6 on 13 shots. Taurean Prince was their second highest scorer. And Karl Towns disappeared, man. 14 points, 15 shots, and 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Horrible game for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Probably worst case scenario. But now you see we have the LA Lakers are officially the 7th seed. You got the Atlanta Hawks officially the 7th seed as well. Miami is going to be taking on the winner of this Toronto and Chicago game. And then, of course, we got the West Coast Western Conference. Same thing. Looking at the Toronto Raptors versus the Bulls, you got Freddie VanVleet, supremely inconsistent this season. Hopefully he plays well and they can advance in the playoffs versus Lonzo Ball, who's not playing. Lonzo Ball is out. Lonzo Ball might not ever play basketball again. And yet 2K's like, oh, he's probably day-to-day, right? Anyone else that's injured on this Bulls squad? Javonte Green, he's out day-to-day, whatever that means. Zach LaVine is fine. DeMar DeRozan, Andre Drummond, Patrick Williams. I think everybody else is healthy. I don't 100% know about the depth pieces if they're healthy, but this is going to be the team. You got Freddie VanVleet versus... Hold on. Got to resync. Bloom. Best game ever made. Freddie VanVleet versus Patrick Beverly. Kobe White starting at the 2 guard. That's probably not what's going to happen in real life. Versus OG Anunoby. Yes. Zach LaVine, 87 overall versus Scott Barnes, who's only an 83. That's sleeping on Scott. Also, why is his overall so low? Also, why is his hair so funny? That's okay. Pascal Siakam versus DeMar DeRozan, battle of the 87s, and Jakob Poeltl versus Nikola Vucevic, battle of the foreign big men. Benches are going to be good. I will say, who's the home team? The Raptors. I think in real life, the Raptors win. In 2K, I'm not sure because 2K is always inconsistent with their playoff games. But here we are into the third quarter, and the Raptors have a little bit of a lead. Low scoring game here, 90-82. We'll see if the Bulls can make a little bit of a run, but I think the Bulls are going to come up short, and the Bulls are officially the first team eliminated in the 2023 playoffs. Lose by 6, 105-111. Zach LaVine gave you everything he had, 34 points on 22 shots. DeMar gave you 17. Vooch gave you 15. They're just really missing, Alonzo Ball. That would have helped their team. As for the Raptors, balanced scoring effort for them. Gary gave you 20. Scott gave you 17, 8, and 7. Freddie VanVleet gave you 16. Jakob Poeltl gave you 14, 6 with 6 assists. Okay, OG, 13 points, 5 turnovers. Pascal only gave you 11, but 5 rebounds, 9 assists. Good game for the Raptors, and they advance. The Bulls are officially eliminated from the playoffs. And now for the Western Conference elimination game, you got the Pelicans with Zion Williamson healthy. Yeah, right? That would be nice. Let me guess. They think, what's his face? Chet Holmgren is going to be healthy too. Oh no, Chet Holmgren is gone for the season. Oh, thank God the 2K rosters actually had that correct. So we'll look at the teams. Boom, boom, wrong one, boom. You got CJ McCollum rocking the point guard for the Pelicans versus Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, MVP candidate this season. Josh Giddey versus Herb Jones, who's not really a shooting guard, but that's fine. Brandon Ingram versus Luguentz Dort. Tough matchup for the little man. Jalen Williams versus Trey Murphy, and Jonas Valanciunas versus Dario Saric, who's so excited to be here. Looking at the benches, I think I will give the edge bench-wise to the Pelicans, though not really. Anyway, the home team is the New Orleans Pelicans, and here we are in Simcast. Thunder jump out to a big lead in the first quarter, going into the halftime with about a 10-point lead. As always in 2K, no lead is safe, but the Pelicans need to go on a little bit of an offensive burst here if they want to have a chance to closing out the fourth quarter. Now it's a 13-point game. Still need some help. Pelicans struggling to find their offense, and I think this is what's going to happen in real life. The Oklahoma City Thunder march into New Orleans and say, you don't have Zion, you don't have a chance. They win 120-109, and the Pelicans are officially eliminated. CJ had a good game, 28 for him. Brandon Ingram kind of quiet, only 22 points, and then they just did not get enough scoring help. Jonas Valanciunas, 13 and 11 is fine. Jose Alvarado, 13 points, not great. How bad was Trey? He gave you 2 points in 25 minutes, and that's pretty much why the Pelicans lost. As for the Thunder, Shai was great, 31, 7, and 9. Josh Giddey gave you a triple-double, 19, 10, and 11. Dario Saric gave you 15. Jeremiah Robinson Earl gave you 13 and 7. Not bad at all. So we have the Minnesota Timberwolves now versus the Oklahoma City Thunder to determine the 8 seed. Lakers are the 7 seed. Hawks are the 7 seed. And now we have the Miami Heat at the Toronto Raptors. Battle of the red teams. And I got to say, neither of these teams have a chance of beating All right, let's say we give them a chance. Who would be better at beating the Milwaukee Bucks, Raptors, or Heat? Because the Raptors have size, they have home court advantage, and then the Heat have defense and Jimmy Butler. Who do you think has a higher chance? Unless like Tyler Hero turns into God and Kyle Lowry remembers how to play, I would say the Raptors might have a better chance of upsetting the Milwaukee Bucks. That said, going into halftime and into the third quarter, it's a close, low-scoring contest. No surprises because the Raptors can't shoot, and the Heat rely on undrafted dudes to shoot. And the Heat actually win this game. I was talking over everything, but they win by 4, 93-89. Tyler Hero gave you 22. Jimmy Buckets gave you almost a triple-double, 19, 12, and 7. Victor gave you 12. Bam gave you 12, 9, and 5. Kyle Lowry is here. Scott Barnes gave you 21 points. Gary Trent gave you 15. Pascal Siakam, really disappointing. So is OG Anunoby, combined for 12 points. And the Raptors are eliminated. The Heat are officially the 7th seed, and the Milwaukee Bucks are the 8th seed. God, 2K, such a great game. Looking at the Timberwolves versus the Pelicans. Looking at the Timberwolves versus the Thunder, you got the young up-and-comers versus the young up-and-comers who ruined their franchise. Who do you got? Who would you rather be a fan of? And I would probably say the Thunder fans are sitting gleefully here in this kind of season where they're just playing with house money. They have no expectations. They're just playing and having fun while doing it. Have a lead here in the third quarter going into the fourth quarter, and the Minnesota Timberwolves curb stomped 32-16, doubled them up in the third, and the Thunder just could not find any way to stop probably Karl Anthony Towns, right? And it is a 113-110 elimination game. Ants gave you 30. Nickeil Alexander-Walker gave you 24. Karl Towns, I thought he was going to be a monster, but only 19, 10, and 6. Jalen Noel was good. Taurean Prince was good. As for the Thunder, they just did not come to play. Shea was serviceable, 21, 7, and 5. Kenrich Williams gave you 19, but Isaiah Joe, 13. Lou Dort, 12. Dario Saric, 12. Where's Josh Giddey? 8 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists. A weird stat line, but 1 of 8 from the field. 0 of 5 from 3. Jalen Williams only gave you 11 points, and that's not going to be enough to make it to the playoffs. So the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Miami Heat clinch the 8th seed. Seedings are officially set, and we will begin the simulations. First game goes to the Denver Nuggets. Golden State Warriors upset the Phoenix Suns here in game 1. Sacramento Kings win against the Clippers, and the Grizzlies beat the Lakers. In the Eastern Conference, the Miami Heat steal game 1 against the Bucks. That's pretty interesting. Cleveland Cavaliers, Philadelphia 76ers lose to the Brooklyn Nets, and the Hawks upset the Celtics as well. And you know what? We got to go through and make sure that all the injuries are up to date as well. I was actually wondering why Rudy Gobert was still injured. I'm like, no, it was a 1-game suspension. He sprained his ankle. He's out 1 to 2 weeks. All right, all the injuries are caught up to date. One thing I did see while I was making sure that the rosters were correct, Jaylen Brown for the Celtics. He's out for 4 to 6 weeks, severe left ankle sprain. So the number 2 option on the Celtics gone. Jason Tatum is going to have to pick up the slack, and that's probably why the Hawks won that game 1. Anyway, going to simulate 2 more games here as the Denver Nuggets are just sweeping these poor Minnesota Timberwolves who don't have Rudy Gobert, cannot handle Nikola Jokic's size. Golden State Warriors are up 2-1. Sacramento Kings have a 3-0 lead on the Clippers. 2-1 for the Grizzlies and the Lakers. Milwaukee Bucks are actually down 2-1 to the Heat. Cavs are up 2-1. Why are the Bucks losing? They're all healthy. They just suck in simulation. And look at the Philadelphia 76ers currently sitting 3-0 down to the Brooklyn Nets. That is a tremendously disappointing season right now for the team that probably has the most championship aspirations right now. James Harden, 90. Tyrese Maxey, 85. Tobias Harris, 81. MVP Joel Embiid. Solid bench, but Doc Rivers is struggling to find wins against the Nets. So we'll hop into Simcast. We'll Simcast elimination games, see if there's anything interesting that comes out of it. And going into the first quarter, the 76ers looking to avoid a sweep, jump out to a huge lead here in Brooklyn. They're going to be going back home, and it looks like it's actually a little bit closer here than you thought. Nets have a bit of a comeback. This was a huge lead, and now it's a 4-point game, 3-point game, only 5 minutes left. Nets need to answer if they want to complete the sweep, up 5 points now, 7 points, and then 6 points, 7 points. Looks like the 76ers do not want to go home just yet, so they win 135-123. Next team on the docket for getting eliminated is the Los Angeles Clippers at their home court, losing badly to the upstart Sacramento Kings, and the Clippers have a lead here. They're not going to get eliminated, at least in the sweeping fashion. They win 123-103, and the last team on this list down 3-1 is going to be the Minnesota Timberwolves, who do not want to get swept either. They fought their hearts out to get into the playoffs, and the Nuggets are saying, too bad, we're going to eliminate you. Good game here, back and forth here into the fourth quarter, about a 5-point lead, 7-point lead for the Nuggets, and I think the Nuggets are saying, we're just better than you. Top to bottom, Rudy Gobert is gone. Nobody can stop the Joker. 6-point game, there's still a chance, 4 points, and they do lose by 5. Minnesota Timberwolves, first team eliminated in these playoffs. Yeah, so 2K just simulate. You know, we'll just do our best, but the Phoenix Suns actually got upset by the Golden State Warriors. I wasn't able to manage that one correctly because 2K is terrible when it comes to everything. But the Golden State Warriors 4-1 to the Phoenix Suns. Who would have thought that? So next up we have the Miami Heat looking to 1-8 the Milwaukee Bucks on their home court, and the Bucks better figure out a way to respond because that would be embarrassing for who we've consensusly said was the best team in the NBA this season, top to bottom, end to end. And the Bucks do not want to go home just yet. They are winning 3-2. The Cleveland Cavaliers, though, did complete the 4-1 against the New York Knicks. Philadelphia 76ers still battling, now down 3-2. I wish there was a way to see the games as they were being played in order, but too bad. Yeah, there's just no way to view the schedule. That's fine. It's not like I actually care about the potential outcomes of these games. Anyway, Knicks officially eliminated. We didn't even get to talk about them, but Jalen Brunson had such an incredible season. He's in my race for most improved player. Julius Randle back from injury, always a great player. Emmanuel quickly breaking out. Josh Hart was a great pickup, but the Knicks do fall to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I guess the next team we will try to watch is the 76ers. Hopefully, no, I want to watch the Lakers Grizzlies. Yeah, the Lakers are on the verge of getting eliminated. Let's see how that plays out. And the Lakers in Memphis need to win this to force a game 6, and they're losing here going into halftime. And the Grizzlies seem to have the Lakers number. They're just younger, better, faster, stronger. Can LeBron mount a comeback here in the fourth quarter, or is he going to get eliminated again from the playoffs? And it looks like they're doing their best. 7-point game here, only 5 minutes left. It's a close one. We may have to hop in. We may have to see what happens to this Grizzlies squad. 1 minute left, 1 minute, 30 seconds left. Yeah, we'll hop in. We'll see how this one plays. Lakers do have the ball. LeBron is waiting, and I'm not playing this game. God, 2K. I'm the Pistons. We're picking number 1 overall. And LeBron bringing the ball up the court, being picked up by Dylan Brooks. John Morant is in the game. That's good to see because sometimes they sub out the best players. Dylan Brooks playing great defense now on the aging LeBron. And Anthony Davis is gassed. Roster mismanagement by the young Darvin Ham. And we get an open 3 for Dennis Schroeder to tie the game, and he missed. Just checking to see that the settings are on pro so that guys can make shots. It was just a bad shot from Dennis Schroeder, who cannot hit the 3. John Morant being picked up by LeBron James. Battle of superstars. What is Ja going to do? He's going to try and draw the foul, and he puts up an ugly shot. Doesn't get his own rebound. LeBron bringing the ball the other way. 50 seconds left in the game. The Lakers need to score badly. Still down by 3. Down 3-1. Are they going to avoid elimination? D'Angelo Russell runs. Now he gets the screen from Anthony Davis. Pulls up from the elbow. A little bit behind. And LeBron, not a jump shooter, misses. 36 seconds left in this one as Desmond Bane might be trying to drain the clock, and instead he picks up a foul on Dennis Schroeder. No, Lonnie Walker. And he's going to be able to make this a 2-possession game here with 1 make. First free throw was up and good. Second one is up. And good. 5-point game, and it's desperation time now for the purple and gold. Let's see what LeBron can do to answer. Timeout. Vando on the inbound. Can't find somebody to kick it to. Now Dennis Schroeder gets the ball. Dennis Schroeder pulls up from 3, and he misses. Offensive rebound to Braun, who puts it back up. There's still a chance. 3-point game. They're going to need a steal on this inbound, or they're going to have to play the foul game. 23 seconds left. Picking up full court. And they almost get the steal. Almost a turnover, but John Morant going to the free throw line. Need to hit some clutch free throws now. Seen this before. John Morant is not always clutch, but he does make the first one. Now a 4-point game, 2-possession game. Up to 5. Lakers have no more timeouts, so they're just going to have to go and start heaving up threes and hope something good happens. LeBron, bring the ball up the other way. Doesn't even go for the 3. He's kicking it out to Dennis Schroeder, kicks it to an open Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis misses. LeBron gets the rebound, kicks it to a long Austin Reeves, in and out. And the Lakers are going to fall. They are eliminated from the playoffs. 114, 118. Wow, look at Tyus Jones there. Memphis advances to the second round, and King James once again eliminated in sad fashion. And the next one we'll pick up is the 76ers, who were down, I think 3-0. They've won 2 in a row, but now they need to go into Brooklyn and win this to force a game 7. And Brooklyn is having a really good game here. See if the 76ers can respond in the third quarter. It's only a 7-10 point game, going a little bit of a run, but the Nets have a good lead here in the fourth quarter. 12-point game, 15-point game. Can you believe the Nets might be upsetting? Here it is, down to a 5-point game. 7-point game, 3 minutes left. 10-point game again. The 76ers are falling. Doc Rivers is getting fired immediately. Got a broken nose from Cam Thomas, but the 76ers have fallen. A fully healthy 76ers squad led by Doc Rivers have fallen in the first round to the Brooklyn Nets. Who would have imagined that? And the next team up in the schedule is the Kings at the Clippers. Clippers looking to avoid elimination on their home court, while the Kings are looking to advance to the second round for the first time in God knows how long. And they have a huge lead here, blowing them out. But the second, wow, look at that third quarter though. The Clippers are fighting. Still a 14-point game, and it looks like the Clippers are going to come up a little bit short. Well, 4-point game, 4-point game, 4-point game, 2-point game, 43 seconds left. The Clippers are not out yet. Paul George, I think, is healthy at this point. Russell Westbrook could be healthy. I am not a Clipper, so stop subbing me in as the home team game. So dumb. Robert Covington inbounding the ball. There's Kawhi calling for it. Doesn't get the ball. Don't know what's happening. There you go. Kawhi gets the ball. He is gassed. They've had to come back, and Paul George is open, pump faking, and tie ball game. 38 seconds left. The fans are going wild. Paul George cannot be stopped. Malik Monk, too little. Put on that too short Patrick Beverley celebration. Now we got to tie one. Closer, clutch, De'Aaron Fox trying to do some spins. He's got Plumlee on him, open, and he misses. Russell Westbrook grabs the rebound. Clippers have a chance to steal game 6, possibly force a game 7 in the kingsiest fashion ever. Could you imagine them losing? And Kawhi Leonard is operating out of the post on Harrison Barnes, and he just goes right around him. The Clippers take a commanding 2-point lead here. 17 seconds left. How are the Kings going to respond? They're shell shocked. They're browbeaten. But there's always a chance with this 3-point shooting team. Keegan Murray can shoot the 3. Malik Monk can shoot the 3. Kevin Huerter can shoot the 3, even though he's not in. Harrison Barnes is reliable. And the Kings are dribbling out the clock. I don't know what they're doing. What is this play? Malik Monk is running off screens. He's not getting anything. Keegan Murray's not getting anything. There's 4 seconds left. The Kings have blown this game. De'Aaron Fox jacks up a 3, misses. And the Clippers survive to force a game 7. It's never easy when it comes to the LA Clippers, but they always figure out a way to advance. So we got a game 7 out there in Sacramento. Here on the East Coast, it looks like we have next on the docket possibly the Bucks, who are down 3-2 right now to the 8 seed. No. Celtics, who are up 3-2 on the Atlanta Hawks. Probably going to be a blowout, but Jaylen Brown did break his nose here in the first half. The Hawks have a small lead, really high scoring contest, 72-60. We're not even at halftime yet. Going into the fourth quarter, and it's about a 20-point game. Looks like there's going to be another game 7 for the 2-seeded Celtics, who cannot figure out a way to close out the Atlanta Hawks as they get blown out 137-113. Now we have 3-2 Milwaukee looking to avoid getting 1-8'd. Tyler Hero is injured. Consider adjusting the rotation. Doesn't matter. The Heat, I mean, if they pull off the 1-8 upset, this would be one of the most legendary things in the history of basketball. But here in the third quarter, super low scoring game, 70-60, and the Bucks are going to be forcing a game 7. So we have, what is that, 3 game 7s now if they continue to close this out, and they do 91-83. So we got game 7, 1-8. We got game 7, 2-7. We got game 7, 3-6. And the first team is going to be the Sacramento Kings. Everybody is injured. First, the LA Clippers. Harrison Barnes is injured. Domantas Sabonis is injured. Freaking Paul George is injured. But anyway, going into halftime, the Kings have a serviceable lead here, but no lead is safe in 2K. Going into the fourth quarter, it's about a 20-point lead. Unless the Clippers go on a huge run, the Kings are going to advance, and that game 7 falls. And that's how it's going to be. The Kings win by 30. Goodbye, LA Clippers. Another disappointing exit for them. And the Hawks at the Celtics are going to be the next game 7 that we hop into here. Game 7, Boston versus Atlanta. While there is no Jaylen Brown, I still think the Celtics are a good enough team to beat this Atlanta Hawks squad. Jason Tatum is great, and the supporting cast is more than good enough in a Derek White and a Malcolm Brogdon and a Marcus Smart and a Robert Williams. They got to be good enough, right? High-scoring game going into the fourth quarter, and it is about a 10-12-point lead here. No lead is safe. 9-point lead. Hawks going to do everything they can to force this, but wow. The Celtics just dominated shut down defensively the Hawks, and they only scored 20 points in the fourth as they win 124-111. Hawks eliminated. Final game 7 of the first round is going to be the the Heat at the Bucks. Tyler Hero may or may not be hurt. Wow, look at this. Look at this. Big lead for the Miami Heat. About a 8-point lead. Wow, it's up to 15. Double-digit lead here. How are the Bucks going to respond? 20-point game. Are the Bucks going to get 1-8 here? They got to make a fight of it in the fourth. They're doing everything they can. Down to an 11-point game. 6 minutes left. 9-point game. 8-point game. Bucks doing everything. Look at this. 22-10 fourth quarter run, but it's still an 11-point lead. And a 11-point lead. 9-point lead. 2 minutes left. 11 points. And I think the Heat are going to 1-8 for the first time since I think the Mavericks in the early 2000s. 115-105. 1-8. Milwaukee Bucks fall. Incredible first round of this. And we got Denver versus Golden State, Memphis versus Sacramento, Boston versus Brooklyn. Who would have thought that the 76ers and then the Cleveland Cavaliers, you go, okay, versus the 8-seeded Heat Nation. That's an interesting one there. And we'll just simcast through the first game. And the Denver Nuggets take game 1. The Memphis Grizzlies win over the Kings. Brooklyn still on their Cinderella run. Beat the Celtics. And the last game here, Cleveland at Miami. We'll simcast 2 games because who won first? Yeah, Cleveland's going to win, right? There's no chance that the Heat go on any sort of run whatsoever. And it's 2-1, Cleveland over Miami. You got Brooklyn still up 2-1 on the Celtics. That's so bizarre because when Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are healthy, they get swept. But when it's Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, they go up 2-1. Denver up 2-1 on the Golden State Warriors and Memphis up 2-1 on the Sacramento Kings. Who's going to be the first one to 3? It looks like the Memphis Grizzlies are up 3-1 on the Sacramento Kings. Let's see if they can close them out. Gentlemen sweeping fashion here going into halftime, and it is a back and forth game, a dogfight, a battle. The Kings have a little bit of a lead here in the fourth, and they're starting to extend. It looks like the Kings do not want to go home just yet. 121-88. Next game is going to be the upstart 8-seeded Miami Heat. Cleveland looking to close out as well in gentlemen sweeping fashion. They have a good lead here in the first quarter going into the halftime with a little bit of a lead. Heat tried to answer as best as they could. My room is incredibly loud right now. Holy crap. And there's about an 8-point lead. 12-point lead here for the Cavaliers. Time is running down. 8-point lead. The Heat are going to have to do everything they can. 5-point game. 7-point game. 2-point game. 2 minutes left. We'll hop in if it gets close. Back up to a 7-point game. 8-point game, and I think the Heat are officially eliminated. They lose 114-110. Cavaliers first team to the finals of their respective conferences. Who is next? I don't even know. Grizzlies at Kings? All right, we'll watch them. Hopping into Simcast yet again, and the Grizzlies are looking to close out the Sacramento Kings. Got a good one here in the first half. The Kings still have a lead. They're trying to force game 7 here, and they've got a 13-point lead going into the fourth quarter. See if the Grizzlies can do what they do, and it is a back and forth game here. 5 points now with only 4 minutes left, 7 points. See if anything is going to happen out of this, and the Kings are saying, we want game 7. Wow, 5-point game, 4-point game, 6-point game, and we will not be advancing to the next one as the Kings save themselves 130-123. I think the Nuggets will be the next team. No, the Celtics Nets, and the Celtics have gone up 3-2 now. Cam Thomas is injured as the Celtics looking to eliminate after they were down on the brink against this Brooklyn Nets squad. And unfortunately, it looks like the Brooklyn Nets are going to be falling short here. Really high scoring game, and it's actually down to a 14. Nope, it's over. Brooklyn Nets, you came, you saw, you tried, you went up, I think 1-0 and 2-1 on the Boston Celtics, but ultimately they fall short. So the Celtics are going to be the other team representing the Eastern Conference. Surprise, surprise, the Bucks got 1-8'd. The 76ers got 3-6'd by the Brooklyn Nets. Really bizarre results for the Eastern Conference, especially those two teams that we thought were the best. Now here we have the Denver Nuggets versus the Golden State Warriors. Golden State looking to force a game 7 on their home court. Have a good lead here, about 15 points in the third quarter, but the Nuggets, wow, look at that, 44 points in the third quarter, just completely stomped all over any hopes of making a challenge by the Golden State Warriors, and now it's about a 4-point game. Tie game now, so there's still a chance, 2 minutes left. We may have to hop in and see who's going to actually execute down the stretch. 1 minute left, I'm in. 123-122. Warriors need to score. Nuggets want to advance to the finals, and I'm not controlling teams game. I don't understand it. And wow, Bruce Brown on the backdoor cut. Defensive breakdown by the Warriors, and that's what happens in real life. The Warriors can never play consistent defense. Well, there you have it. Kevon Looney looking to inbound the ball, down by 3. Of course, the best shooter in the history of basketball is on their side. But in 2K, they never respect Steph Curry's three-point shooting. Being D'd up by Bruce Brown. Kicks it to Jordan Poole. Didn't have a shot. I don't know why Klay Thompson isn't in the game right now. But what is this play? They're doing the exact same play for Jordan Poole that didn't work. Now they're just wasting time. They've wasted almost the entire shot clock. Steph Curry pulls up for 3. Splash! That's a tie game. A huge shot. Converts the 2-for-1 as well. And now 125 all. Let's see if the Nuggets are able to respond. Joker doesn't set the screen. Jamal Murray being picked up. And now Joker's operating out of the post. Got a double coming. No, he doesn't. Puts up a little jump hook. And he was just wide open. That was not good defense from Kevon Looney. He was only 6'9". You have to understand. But you could have at least tried a little better. Maybe even jumped. Now it's a 2-point lead for the Denver Nuggets. Game 6. Warriors win. There's a game 7. Warriors lose and the Nuggets win. And that's over. And look at the backdoor cut now from Jordan Poole. Jamal Murray lost concentration. And we get a tie game again. This is a good one here in Golden State. San Francisco. 17.7 seconds left. You got to imagine this is going to be the last shot of the fourth quarter before they go to an overtime session. Everybody's just giving 100%. Jamal Murray might be going a little early here. 10 seconds left in the game. Now he gets a screen and he kicks it to the Joker. Best player, 90-something overall. And he turns it over stupidly. 3, 2, 1. And a weird end to that one as we are going into overtime. Denver at Golden State. Great backdoor cut. Terrible turnover from the Joker. And the tip-off goes to the Nuggets. We will be hopping into Simcast because I don't need to watch this. Nuggets jump out to a quick lead here in overtime. Now it's a tie game. 2 minutes left. Back and forth. 1 minute left. And it's a 4-point lead. 7-point lead. 5-point lead. And I think the Nuggets closed out 142-137 in overtime as the Golden State Warriors do fall. Now we have the last team waiting to go to their conference finals. It is the Grizzlies versus the Kings. Game 7. Win or go home in Memphis. This is what you've been fighting for. The Grizzlies, really high scoring contest, have a huge lead. The Kings just cannot play defense right now. And they're going to be giving up, 130 points probably to this Grizzlies squad. And that's the final score, 139-110. Not enough defense from the Kings squad. So this is going to be the conference finals. Boston versus Cleveland. I wouldn't disagree with that, but how we got here, completely bizarre. And then you have the top 2 seeds in the Western Conference, Denver at Memphis. Game 1 is going to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Denver Nuggets. And we'll just simcast through 2 more games. We got a 2-1 lead for the Nuggets. We got a 2-1 lead for the Cavaliers. One more. We got 2-2 here in the Eastern Conference, and the Denver Nuggets looking to advance to the finals. And we'll just hop into Simcast and see if the Grizzlies can respond, if they can overcome their adversity. John Morant points guns at people, doesn't matter. Steven Adams is gone, it doesn't matter. Look at this tremendous lead they have built up here. Almost a 50-40 point victory they're going to have in an elimination game, 142-108. We got another 3-2 series here. Boston Celtics are up 3-2 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're looking to return to the finals. The Cavaliers are looking to go to the finals for the first time in many years. Darius Garland is injured apparently, and the Cavs, they got to win this to force a game 7. Celtics have a big lead here in the third quarter. You got to play some defense. Jared Allen needs to lock down, and you need Donovan Mitchell to go off, and it looks like it's not going to happen. I think the Boston Celtics are returning to the finals, representing the Eastern Conference, looking to get the monkey off their back. They win 120-109. Final elimination game here for the Denver Nuggets, up 3-2 in Miami. Nope, that's Memphis, and we have a big lead here in the second quarter. And what is this? A 15, almost 20-point lead now for the Denver Nuggets. And I think there's just not enough juice in John Morant's legs. He cannot carry the team. And the Grizzlies lose by 20-24. Nikola Jokic, Western Conference Finals MVP. Jason Tatum, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And it goes 1 seed for the Western Conference, Nuggets representing, and the Celtics, the quote-unquote 2 seed, although I would have had them as the 3 seed, representing the East back-to-back seasons. So you got Jamal Murray versus Malcolm Brogdon. You got Jaylen Brown, who's returned to the court versus Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Michael Porter Jr. versus Jason Tatum. Al Horford versus Aaron Gordon. And Nikola Jokic versus Robert Williams. Celtics have depth, but the Nuggets have the 2-time MVP, possibly 3-time MVP representing. So game 1 goes to the Celtics. Okay, Jason Tatum popped off for 39 and Jaylen Brown popped off for 37. Joker had a good game, but they just did not have enough help. Game 2 to the Celtics as well. This is looking pretty bad. How are the Nuggets going to respond to this adversity? And they are down 3-0. 2K is saying that the Celtics are going to sweep. Well, let's see if Denver can hold them off, and it's not looking good. It looks like the Nuggets are going to get completely stomped and blown out on their home court. Disappointing fashion. And the Boston Celtics, although it's getting a little bit close here, 7-point game, 3 minutes left. You never know. Maybe we'll hop in. About 1 minute left, and we'll see if the Nuggets can figure out a way to overcome a 12-point deficit. I'm not playing as any team's game. You really need to fix this, 2K. Come on now. And Jason Tatum on the inbound. You can hear the stadium is completely silent. The fans are completely shocked. They don't know what has happened as their team has gotten swept in the finals. Jason Tatum gets the monkey off his back, just dribbling around, puts up a jump hook over Michael Porter Jr., who could not play any defense. And it looks like this one is going to be over. The Denver Nuggets fall. Jason Tatum dropped 41 points in a closeout game 4. Joker trying to respond, and he blows a layup. Robert Williams plays lockdown defense. And the few Celtics fans in the arena with their jerseys on representing the team are going to be cheering on their team on the opposing team's court. How many times can I say team in a sentence? The Boston Celtics, according to 2K23, are your NBA champions over the Milwaukee Bucks. Nope, over the Denver Nuggets in 4-0 fashion. Mike Malone cannot believe it. He's in disbelief. Aaron Gordon is actually happy. Nope, he just realized they lost. He was like, we're winning, right? No, you lost, Aaron Gordon. There you have it. The Boston Celtics adding another banner to their storied franchise, and they are NBA champions. Probably Jason Tatum going to be the finals MVP. Here's Adam Silver with the ceremony.
One team has emerged victorious. The NBA champions. Congratulations to the whole organization and, of course, this incredible team. This Larry O'Brien trophy, and I believe this suitcase are yours.
There you have it. Joe Mazzulla, rookie head coach, was able to do what Ime Udoka was not, and that's bring a championship back into Boston. Jason Tatum's hand goes through the trophy like it doesn't even matter. And of course, Jason Tatum wins the NBA Finals MVP, gets the monkey off his back. Everybody says he's not a superstar. Everybody says he's not an alpha. He's not that dude. He proves them wrong. And the Boston Celtics eliminate every other team. Here are your NBA champions as predicted by 2K23. That is going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.